a Senate Republican, Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley, who you've heard me complain about frequently, has come out with a bill co-sponsored with some Democrats that would limit the presidential tariff power. Now, per the Constitution, tariffs are supposed to be dealt with by Congress, but due to the Tariff Act of 74, they have delegated that power to the executive branch, saying that the president has a better capability to react quickly because it's hard to get things passed through Congress and to, get that ball going because you got to get people to agree, you got to do the horse trading, and it could take weeks, months, or years to do anything about it. So they gave the president some tariff power. Well, Chuck Grassley has now said we need to revise that, and he's introduced a bill that would do just that. Now, it would require the president to advise Congress in writing before new tariffs go into effect, and it would force Congress to look at them within 60 days and basically decide if they're going to continue or not. And part of that notice from the president to Congress has got to have the justification for it and the economic impact projections that they are using to determine how bad the tariff could be. Now, this bill probably has no chance of passing, through this legislature. It may pass the Senate. I don't know what kind of bipartisan support it is. So far, it seems like Chuck Grassley is the only one to support this measure, but there were 4 Republicans that sided with Democrats to pass something yesterday trying to end the national emergency that Donald Trump used to put the tariffs on Canada in the first place. But then it's also got to get through the House. And with the Republican margin being so thin, it wouldn't take many Republicans to defect to vote for it, but that's if it gets brought up for a vote, and we don't know what Speaker Mike Johnson would do. Either way, it would have to go to the president's desk, and Donald Trump would surely veto it. Now, it is entirely possible that they could gin up enough support from in both chambers to pass it around his veto, but that also seems unlikely as Republicans, while slowly starting to push back against the tariffs, have yet to fully break from President Trump. So we'll see if it passes, but this is kind of a little bit too late here. Why weren't they doing this ahead of time? We saw Donald Trump use tariffs in his first term, and Republicans saw the damage. They had to pass a farm bailout during his first term as crops were rotting in the field. Where was Chuck Grassley then trying to limit tariff power? Now, granted, Donald Trump has used tariffs way more broadly now than he has in the past, so maybe that has something to do with it. But it is just another Republican doing something to push back against their own president.